Hi everyone, it's me Doha Nagar, your mathematics teacher. Welcome again in our online sessions on the Mustaqbal Language School YouTube channel. First, I want to say thank you for all my students and I miss you all. Let's start our lesson today by the lesson objectives. Our lesson today, it will be the last lesson in algebra, factorizing by completing the square. Our objectives: to know or define the meaning of factorization and factorize by completing a square easily. Let me start by saying the difference between the two mathematical or algebraic expressions here. X power 4 plus 4 and x power 4 minus 4. We studied it before. The two perfect square with a middle sign negative, we can solve it by factorizing difference between two squares. Two brackets, positive and the negative, the square root of the first and the square root of the second. But here we can't solve it as a difference between two square because the middle is positive. The middle sign is positive. So here we have to use a new type. It's called a factorizing by completing the square. And we will see how we will use it. Okay. To factorize by completing a square, as we know, the middle sign we have to be positive. Okay, the first will be perfect square and the second will be also perfect square. Okay, at first we have to calculate 2 square root first by square root second. Let we see here 2 by the square root of first is x power of 2. The square root of the second is 2. Then we will multiply these terms. It will be 4x power 2. Okay, after we get the middle term, we will write our expression again. Then we will write plus 4x power 2 minus 4x power 2. In this case, we don't change anything in our expression. I add a term, then I subtract it. So plus 4x power 2 were cancelled with minus 4x power 2. The value is the same. So do you note anything? Look at these three terms. Do you note anything? If I rearrange them like this, do you note anything? Yes, of course. You have to note it's a perfect square here. First, the root of the first x power 2, the root of the last term 2, then we will write all the bracket power 2. It's a perfect square. Then we will write the last term here. Here, do you note anything? I can solve it as a difference between two perfect square. So do a two brackets, positive and negative, the root of the first x power of 2 plus 2 power 2, we will cancel 2 and write this bracket here and here. And the root of the second, root of 4, 2, root of x power 2, it will be x. I know it's very difficult steps, but we will repeat it again to understand what is the steps. First, I get 2 square root of first, square root of second, the middle term. Then I add the middle term and subtract it. I will not change anything of my expression. I note it is an perfect square root. I just rearrange the terms. Then I factorize this part as a perfect square root. Then the final, at the end, I factorize these two terms as a difference between two square root. Let me see again. Okay, factorize 81x power 4 plus 4y power 4 from your board summary. First step, we get 2 root first, root second. 2, the root of first 81 will be 9, x power 4 it will be x power 2. Here the root of 4 it will be 2, root of y power 4 it will be y power 2. Then the final answer will be 2 by 9 by 2, 36, x power 2, y power 2. The second step, write your expression, then write this term positive and negative. Okay, have a look to this term and rearrange it. It will be a perfect square. So write a bracket, then the root of the first 81, it will be 9 x power 2, root of the second, all the bracket power 2. Here we have a difference between two squares. Okay, write a two big brackets, positive and negative. In the first place, write this bracket without power 2. In the second one, find the square root of this term. Square root of 36, it will be 6. And square root of x power 2, y power 2, it will be xy. You got it? Again.
Okay, exercise 2 in your evaluation. 64x power 4 plus y power 4. At first, you should get the middle term, 2 root first, root second. 2 root first will be 64 will be 8, and x power 4 it will be x power 2. Then the square root of the second, y power 4 will be y power 2. In this case, we multiply 2 by 8 equals 16, x power 2, y power 2. Then we write our expression with our middle term time in positive and in negative in order to not change our expression. Okay, note these three terms, we can arrange it to be a perfect square. Then to factorization the perfect square, we write a square power 2, get the square root of the first and the square root of the second with the sign of the middle term. Square root of 64, 8. Square root of y power 2, y power 4, sorry, y power 2. All the bracket is power 2. And here we get negative 16 x power 2 y power 2. The last step, we write a big two brackets, positive and negative. In the first place, we write this bracket here, 8x power 2 plus y power 2, 8x power 2 plus y power 2 without this power. And here we write the square root of the second term. Square root of 16, it will be 4, of course, and square root of x power 2, y power 2, it will be xy. Okay, another example. Okay, exercise 3, 81 p power 4 plus 4 c power 4. Who will tell me the first step? Okay, Shada. Of course, the first step will be to find 2 root first, root second. 2 root first, 81 will be 9 p power 2 plus root second 2c power 2. Okay, multiply the numbers. 2 by 9 by 2, it will be 36 p power 2 c power 2. Then write your expression and write the middle term in positive and also in negative in order to not to change your expression value. Okay, note this three terms will be a perfect square. Arrange it and factorize it. Root of first, 9p power 2. Root of second, 2c power 2. Write the middle sign and then look add these two terms. The last step to factorize it as a difference between two perfect square. Write a two big brackets, positive and negative. In the first place, we write this bracket. In the second place, we write the root of this term. The root of 36 will be 6, and p power 2, c power 2 will be cp. Okay. Okay, in exercise 3, okay, who will tell me the first step? The first step we will calculate 2 root by first, root of second. The root of first is x power 2, root of second 12p 8, 2 by 8 by x power 2, 12p 16 x power 2. Write your expression, then write 16 x power 2 in positive and in negative. Okay, arrange the three terms. Here you have perfect square term. You can factorize it by write a bracket power 2. The root of first will be x power 2. The root of the last term will be 8 and put the middle sign positive. Here you have a two terms, perfect terms, and it's a difference between two perfect square. Write two big brackets. In the first place, we write this bracket. In the second place, we write the root of this term. The root of 16 is 4. The root of x power 2 is x. Okay, we finished our lesson today. Please do your homework about the completing the square, but I wanted to show you something here. Here it's our algebraic curriculum for this term till the 15th of March. We reached the end of our curriculum to this term, factorizing by completing the square. Okay, we explain factorizing by grouping and the sum and difference of two cubes in our online sessions, and the previous lessons we explain in our class. Okay, now you can solve your worksheets on these lessons and you will be able to prepare your research about. At the end of our lesson, I hope it was useful to you. I will wait for your questions and comments on WhatsApp. Don't forget, stay at home, take care for yourself, washing your hands many times along the day, and remember, I love you all. See you soon in our next video. Thank you.